So, family, how many of y'all play cards, right? Maybe even poker, spades. I ain't gonna lie, I'm supposed to be learning bid with soon. So, uh, kind of tried to pick it up on the app. Wasn't really great at it. So, it's kind of just playing with it. So, and I got tired of ads. I got a question. Y'all feel like we serious? Or we just kind of bluffing? Hey, these days, you never know, man. Let's get y'all ready. Got some good news too, though. It ain't all bad news. Ain't always frustration, doom and gloom on the highest of seven hills, but a little bluffing going on. You already know what's up. It's about to be Fangs Up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
All right, greetings, salutations. Yes, I definitely have a snake there playing a little poker. He might be bluffing. Look at his eyes. You never know. Gotta get that question going on. We bluffing ourselves, or we kind of serious around this piece. So, and it's a nice little pun because we playing Arkansas Pine Bluff. So safe travels to Brian. I know he's supposed to be heading up there. Hey, what's up, Marvin? Hoping all is well. Rattlers, we're still striking. Let's have a great discussion at Fangs Up Podcast. Thanks for giving us outlet. Hey, you already know, man. So before we jump into this too far, hey, you already know. Join the team on the team. Rattler Boosters. Definitely looking to get everyone in there. What's up, Gail? Come on, join in. Comments on. It's Fried Fish Friday tomorrow. Yay. Look, you might have said something right there. I might have to run to the stove, grab some fish myself. Also, today, round one with St. Clever Rain, we had former FSU fullback James Coleman on the show. Big Game James. We talked to the little FSU, a lot of FAMU. Had some good ideas, man. Even hinted he might want to run for the mayor one day. I ain't mad at him. And don't forget, we are doing our race to 10K. If you are so inclined and you feel like giving, hey, it can be $1, it can be $1,000, it can be $10,000. Get to the track program. We trying to raise little funds. So, we all working, man. One cause, all working to support, man. What's up? Keep it up, fam. Hey, man. It's been a solid day. Hire and read. Hey, good luck with that. But one thing, FAMU softball, they did play TCC today at TCC, and TCC just renovated their softball and baseball complexes. Yeah, go look at those, then look at us. You could be a little frustrated, like they doing this at junior college. Granted, they don't support football, but still, they made some major facilities. But we got a commitment, Lena Brinson. So good job, Coach Beal, man. Look, I'm telling y'all, I got to enjoy Coach Beal while we got her. I don't think she plan on leaving no time soon, but that don't mean folks ain't going to plan on trying to get her, because we all know most schools, you hire proven winners. That's most schools. Marvin says, she would give you the breakdown. I definitely watched it. Hey, okay. Hey, I'm just saying. Look, Big Game James is hilarious, man. But he's good people. So, he's been on the show before. If y'all been with us from day one, he was definitely on with us. Man, I think our first season, maybe our second season. So, definitely good people, good dude, good brother, local, Tallahassee local. So, also, look, volleyball, been a little bit still on the struggle bus a little bit. Season's about to come to an end, though. And I don't know if that's merciful or not. Like, there's a piece of me that would have liked to see the volleyball team get a few more games. 8-16, 6-7 in conference. We got Cookman tomorrow, 6 p.m. And is that the season finale? home season finale. So, and is that what? Do my eyes deceive me? Okay, if this is right, one, it's a huge marketing miss, but I'll zoom in and make it bigger for those of y'all who didn't see it. Go check this website out. It says the SWAC tournament's in Tallahassee. I don't know if that's true, but the SWAC volleyball tournament, if that's in Tallahassee and we have not done anything to advertise that, shame on us. Like, I literally just happened to look at that on the website, and let's see, SWAC volleyball tournament. It better not be. It's in Tallahassee. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna say it like this: we've not advertised for it. This should be, granted, it's over the Thanksgiving break, so I get it. Everybody can't be there. Everybody can't make it. How are we not advertise this at all during football season? Like, SWAC tournament, Lawson Center. Just saying. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing outside of Lawson. Honestly, if I hadn't just been not trying to be wrong and scrolling on the website, I would not have seen this. If you are in Tallahassee, Thanksgiving weekend, please support. Let me see. Let me see if my ducats will allow. We might have to make some shake, but just to see the family, because I missed that last game. Not mad about that, but there's no reason ever when FAMU hosts a conference tournament that nobody knows anything about it. Like, we know the cross country, that's going to stay in Tallahassee for the longest because we have one of the best cross country tracks and trails in the state. Like, literally, they come across the state to come to that one. How? Like, is that a Weekend Classic? Oh, you might be right. You might be right. That is a Weekend Classic. You ain't gonna make that. I will be at the Classic or at the tailgate. You got that one there. So if you're not going to the Classic, and if you decide you want to stay home for obvious reasons, go to the SWAC championship, please. So yeah, let me double check that. I'm almost for certain. Yes, Classic weekend, that is. Will not make that one. Dang it. So, okay. Still, better advertising. I will say, though, they are finally advertising for the Classic. If you ride around Orlando, especially on, I almost said like the short acronym for it, but you won't know what it means. John Young Parkway and parts of OBT, you are seeing some of the posters up there for the Florida Classic. So, man, I don't cook for the tailgate. I just serve, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I just worked that one. We got the Newt tailgate. We just put our little thing out there, $10. If you are so inclined, $10 donation. Come tailgate with the best. I'll get the flyer up. I'll put it on my websites as well. But if you are so inclined, let's see if it's on our Instagram page already. Look, it's a good thing when you kind of, I ain't no shot caller. I just help with our social media pages. So see if my LBs put it up there already. I don't see it up there yet, so I'll put it up there later. But yeah, if you are coming to the Classic, you want to tailgate, $10. Basketball season tickets are open too, man. You can watch that if you want to. So I want steak and lobster. We do shrimp, not shrimp, oysters. Oysters on the grill. Yeah, man, we had shrimp and grits last year. Look, I told y'all, we're a little bougie and went apart. We make it good though. I might be on 96.1. I ain't mad at that. I will say, and shout out to Liv last night because she said what a lot of us were thinking. Man, I'm a little concerned for the girls' basketball. Like, that Valdosta State game, my eyes was this big. I don't know. I watched that Florida State game. I ain't watch all of it. Yeah, no. That this is coach's contract here. Like, This is coach contract year. I need y'all girls to do better than that. Like losing to Valdosta State at home, a Division II team, which ain't the first time FAMU basketball has lost a Division II team at home. Like, remember the men lost about a year or two ago, about 2 years ago? Nah. I mean, I'm gonna come in when y'all come to Orlando, but otherwise, like, I'm just saying. Look, I thought it was just me. Big 6'6". She's still like she's jogging across the field. I get it. She's tall. She, but sheesh, it's gonna be an issue. Like, it's gonna be a problem. They do look good. Like, if Cookman stay healthy, you got a little coin, you can find some action on it, have some fun. I think this year, if I'm being real, I think it's between Bethune and Grambling. That's just my honest opinion. I could be wrong. On the men's side, on the women's side, give me Alabama A&M right now. I'll take them right now. I'm not as well versed on the women's side as I am on the men's. I'll take them right now, though. That's all a little of the FSU game. Hey, look, I was just like, dang, Brooke, I understand, I know a brother might have broke your heart, but God, Lee, the whoop us like that. Like, sheesh, no, they weren't shooting. Didn't look good, man. Didn't look good. But men's basketball, I slid some offers out there. We're going to try to get that going on Saturday. We're a little behind on some of our offers, or Sunday, not Saturday. I'm this close to doing the instant reaction. This close. Might just save it, though. But, yeah. I think the men's team is going to give us some hope. UAPB will be good? Okay. I'll take that, Gail. Like I told y'all, man, I'll admit my weaknesses. Basketball ain't my strongest sport, but especially women's basketball, and it's not because I just don't like women or anything. It's just because I love women. That's my wife. I get on nerves. But that's probably the other side of it too, right? Like, there's a piece of me that when I'm watching women's basketball, I want to be a fan, right? And I don't ever want to be objectifying or ever come off as like, oh man, So I never want to be there watching it for the novelty. I like to watch it for the goodness of the game. And let's call a spade a spade. When you're watching any sport that's not very good, you kind of just like, And I do that on men's sports too. So it's not just that way, but man, FAMU basketball is going to be a tough watch this year if what I've seen is going to be what we get, right? And that's because this is year 3 of it. By the 3rd year of it, I've seen this movie. I've supported it. I've cheered for it. But you also kind of got to be real with yourself about it. So not sure if it's going to be what I need it to be. Just for me to stick with it. Now, the men's basketball, they look good. The only thing I don't like about men's basketball, I hate the New Jerseys. I hate them. I can't stand them. I don't think they look very good at all. The new green uniforms, I like those as alternatives. But if that's our main away uniform, man, go back to them. Like, those look nice. Like, they didn't have the little silhouette on the back like the other ones did from last year. But these new uniforms, I don't like them. Like, they're boring. It's just green with FAMU on it and a white stripe. I'm not feeling that. Like, I really, it almost feels like a high school jersey. And I'm hoping, little baby, I don't like them. Like, I know they wore the practice jerseys against FSU. I absolutely hated that. Yeah, I told my boy, I was like, man, why they got them wearing that? And I was like, man, bruh. I was like, dude, I hate those jerseys. Like, I should say hate. Hate's a very strong word. I loathe. I detest. I can't stand them uniforms. Not when the other ones look good. Like, they're not iconic, but they got a nice little vibe to them. Whereas these are so plain. You're like, bro, these boring. Like, and they don't even, I don't know if y'all noticed, they're not LeBron jerseys. Like the new uniforms we've been wearing are just Nikes. Like that's a LeBron jersey. Like both my basketball jerseys are LeBrons. Like I don't have my shoes close, but I got the black LeBrons. Like the football jersey's Nike. So why are we not wearing LeBron jerseys? I'm just asking that question out loud. Y'all know me. I don't care. I'll tell the truth even if it hurt, man. So that's a problem for me. I don't like it. Like, but we got Kennesaw State coming Saturday. The girls got Howard. Ladies, I shouldn't say girls. I don't think the ladies are gonna be Howard. I hope I'm wrong. I got to be real about this. I can't lie about stuff and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna win, man. Get the orange and green glasses going. Like against Kennesaw State, I think it's gonna be closer than you should potentially be. But if I had to put a little coin on it, I'm throwing some coin on Kennesaw. Like, I'm just gonna keep it a bean. Like let's just keep being honest and real. If I had to put some coin on it, putting it on Kennesaw. It's just key. Now football, hey, and before we get to football, let's make sure we, remind y'all. Softball got a fundraiser going. They trying to raise some funds. Y'all know Keith don't get none of this money. I just be sharing. She did the first pitch of the Rays game. My Rays hat, I put it up. I ain't gonna lie. And then it's a few weeks away. I hadn't checked with my president. I'm not, we're getting there. But the Florida Classic golf tournament is coming. You got a couple more weeks. If you ain't signed up by now, though, you might not get to play. You might be over there watching like Keith from the sideline. Now, some good news. We did get a commitment. Rains High School got a quarterback, 5'10", Timothy Cole II. Okay. I like that. I'll say this. One thing I do like, even with everything that's going on, right? I like that Coles's still getting some commitments. I think it's going to be interesting to see how things go. But I do like that we are actively recruiting. We're engaged. I feel like some of the things that y'all have been saying have been hitting home about what you want to see in recruiting. I just feel like that's been there. Like, I think some of y'all have been saying enough that y'all want some high school recruits, and that the coaching staff is like, okay, we get it. We need to recruit some more high school kids. But Reigns is a good team. You're not wrong about that. And I think that's one of the secrets going forward. And thank you. There are kids who still want to come to FAMU. FAMU's still a brand that these kids know of. Like, when you tell somebody you went to FAMU, especially if they didn't go to FAMU, it's a conversation starter. Like, and even with the kids, they recognize that FAMU football is not great right now. But I think they also understand that FAMU's got potential. And if you can get on campus, that's all it needs. Like, all you really need to do is get there on campus. If you can get on campus, you can go from there, man. So, just saying. With the short one-time window for the portal, you got to get high school kids and develop them. I agree. I think that's going to be a beautiful thing going forward. Being able to bring in these kids, recruit them, and develop them. Like, that's got to be a thing. That's got to be the way to handle this going forward. Trying to see if we can get to there we go. Chat there. Get the bring your pool stuff there. They know Teddy coming. It might be another year with Cozy. You never know, man. Depending on what the budget says. I did hear the news about the athletic director. Congratulations, Duke. Wishing you well, man. But, man, Saturday, that's going to be an interesting game, right? We got UAPB. Not a game that I've exactly, been scratching my brain on, right? Like, for me, I know with St. Clair today, and if you so inclined, we really did kind of dive into stats a little bit and talk about it. Their offense is a concern for me. Like, for me, before we get to all the elevated stats and stuff like that, think the big thing is points per game. Like points per game really matters when you're looking at them against Alcorn. They got 20. Texas Southern, they got 7. They got blown out by Westgate Christian at home. 16 against Grambling, 14 against Cookman, 40 against Southern. But Southern sucks. So do you think you can slow them down? Because I did catch the post game, right? And listen to the post game with Colsey. Not just the post game. I used to call it the post game, but the 220 meeting. Like I did catch that. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. This one was one of the ones I definitely listened because I just wanted to hear some of that game plan. Like I definitely heard. I appreciate one of the uncles mentioning, like, "Hey, uncle's like, what's up with this 3-down lineman?" And it's like, "Oh, it's situational." And I was like, "You don't look situational. Looks like that's your defense, and you're just not executing." Hilarious. I believe. Oh. Okay. See, I wasn't gonna say it, but I felt like that was a mistruth when he was like, "Oh yeah, we adjust." I was like, "To what?" Like on the ball. Them who? With the freshman quarterback? Bruh, come on, man. I was born, but unlike the candy, I wasn't just born. Come on, man. Like, Ninja, please. Like, come on, man. What's this Japanese assassin talking about? Like, bruh, come on. Like, I'm like, did we watch the same game? Like, we couldn't have seen the same game because unless you're counting that linebacker as a defensive end, no, man. Nah, man. You adjusted like I've adjusted this bubbly. Like, all right, you keep throwing it in the fridge. I'm gonna keep drinking it. I'm just trying to keep my sugar low. Cause but I mean, what's up, Edwin? I was calling shenanigans. When I was listening to that, I'm like, sir. I have a student who does that, gets on my nerves. Like, come on, man. There was no real adjustment going on there. So just kind of looking at this game, right? And we can do what we all do, man, and just pull up these numbers right fast. UAPB, we appreciate y'all. We're gonna look at them right fast. Ugh. So their attendance not great. So bring your own juice, Brian. We're gonna need you and the whole crew. 6,000 people. It's just this is an offense where 2 coaches are really needing it, right? And we can pull it on up. Ain't nothing wrong with putting the data up. Y'all know I like numbers, but I do believe that numbers without like some type of measurement are empty. It's just like some of these stats. But just looking up here, scoring points per game, they're averaging 26.4, but they also play Lincoln University. So that there's a grain of salt that I apply there, right? And so for me, points per game is a big stat for me because that tells me, one, your offensive production, but it also tells me kind of really what I'm watching, like what I'm gonna see. Like, and on the flip side of this is where I have trepidation and questions. You're giving up 21 points per game. That includes the low scoring game that you had against Howard, or you're averaging scoring that many points per game. So, that carries you on your extremes. So if you look already points per game, their offense is better than yours. Like, versus opponents, we're giving up 35. They're giving up 29. So already, like, rushing yards per game, not very great. Like, this is where, for me, when I'm looking at FAMU football and I'm trying to quantify, like, do I think we can win? Do I think we will lose? those are the things I look at. I look at the points per game first. I definitely look at rushing. Time possession is important, but we've had games, the Howard game, where we dominated time possession and lost. So for me, some of those things matter less. But when I'm looking at that points per game sticks out big time to me because one is telling me what we all see. We don't score, like, at all. Like, it's CMG. I already led a boycott against the FC. Hey, man, ain't nobody stepping down. Little baby says, yeah, when I think about the teams they played, I have to remove a few of them. Honestly, we're very similar. We are. Like, I'm just saying, I need FAMU to go back on a winning streak. I do too. And you're a defensive head coach. And look, you're being nice, Marvin. We suck. This defense is trash. And the worst of it is, it's not that the talent is trash. Like, the frustrating part to say is that the defense sucks. Full stop. But then you turn around, Nayron Jenkins has 9 tackles, forces a turnover after coming off a concussion protocol. Like, so the players don't suck. And then you come out of this and the coach says, I don't think we put him in best position to succeed. And then you go to 220 and you're like, hey, man, I think we, 75% we were down 4 down front. What are y'all watching? Like, because it ain't football. Like, it ain't the same football. So I think going into this game, a couple things is, can you slow them down? And are you going to adjust defensively? Like, are you still running a 3 down front when you know they're running the game, when you're running the ball? Are you going to switch when you know they're throwing the ball? Because what we saw this past week and what we saw and then what we heard yesterday at 220 made it seem like nobody was actually watching film when they scouted. That's just me. Like, when we are watching this game and we're listening to this game and we're listening to anyone else outside of that area, and they said Jackson State's going to run the ball. Then we watched the game. Jackson State ran the ball a lot. Like 500 total yards at offense. I believe they had 300 on the ground. Like, you gotta, inquirer minds got to start talking. Like, and uncomfortable questions need to be had. And you can't keep putting a trash product in front of the people and expect them to support. Thank you, 392, because I was pulling up here, man. Like, that can't be, it can't be that. Like, it can't be that. Like, to quote one of my favorite podcasters, Bomani Jones, it can't be that. Like, that's not even anything. Almost 400 yards on the ground, that's not possible. So when you're seeing all of this, I'm hearing rumblings on both sides. Like, hey, he'll be back. I'm hearing the opposite. So I'm indifferent to be at this point. Like, because I like Cozy the person. I don't like the results on the field. That's my frustration. So I never want anybody to be like, oh, man, it's personal. You don't like somebody. Nah, I'm not that guy. Like, I'm really not that guy. I'm not the one that's going to be over here acting foolish. And excuse me for trying to make it, adjust the chat a little bit. So you're not going crazy. That's definitely Keith trying to enhance the product a little bit, right? And it looked good. It looked good. Yeah. So got the screen behind me trying to monitor. But I definitely want to see some things, right, in this game. Like, offensively, do we get RJ for 4 quarters? And if RJ doesn't produce, does he stay in the game? Which I'm fine with, whatever. He has no turnovers. But this many games in, listening to that 220 meeting, it seemed like you were asking for grace to say, hey, bear with him some more. We're trying to grow him into the quarterback we think he can be. And it's like, I mean, that's fair. But at this point, you pretty much threw the season away trying to get the quarterback you wanted to get, right? What's up, Ash? We hoping Ash feels better, about 25 minutes, right? Didn't hear much about the run game. Like, you definitely had some of them questions from what I heard. I didn't get to hear everything. But I do have questions about the run game. Like, we asked those questions on the Monday Night Review. I'm just wondering what's going on with that. Hitman, I don't disagree with you. Okay. No Fang Exchange show tonight. So if you are so inclined, Social House, go get your Fang Exchange, your Social House vodka, get it for the Florida Classic. They got the 1 bottle. They got is it a 3 bottle and a 6 bottle? So 1 bottle is like $29, but after taxes, expect to pay about $40, right? Taxes, shipping, handling. You don't pay about $40, $50. You might as well go get $100. Go get the 120 bottle, right? After everything's like $150, might as well, right? Like, that's just me. Might as well. If you got it, flaunt it. I'm hearing we have the talent, but it's not being put on the field. I don't disagree. I think some of the talent is sitting in some classrooms too, though. Like, just saying. They said, stop saying you like cozy because it's journalists. Hey, I ain't media. But yeah, I mean, you like him as a person. Like I said, I don't like the product. Like, that's where my fandom comes in, right? Like, I can't stand this product. It bothers me because I'm seeing in so many areas where other schools are growing, right? And it's just a time where you really got to get it going. Like, you got to fix this because, let's be honest, it's going to start at the bottom line. And the bottom line is ticket sales. Like, I appreciate it, Larry. Look, you make me feel important today. But I think it's going to be interesting to see, like, how we get going forward. And in this game in particular, can we get to a quick, be honest, I love the idea of us receiving the opening kick. But with that BS we saw last game going into halftime, defer every time you can. Because 18 seconds, you should have did something. I don't care if you pulled, somebody out of the stands to throw the ball 90 yards down the field. That's not normally realistic. Be aggressive. Like, you had nothing to lose. 18 seconds. You taking knees like you're getting the ball back. If that's how you're going to coach it, you don't need to receive the ball opening the game. You need to defer. And if I'm UAPB, I got that in my quiver. And I'm sitting over here like, oh, he's scared. He's scared. Like, coaching-wise, he's conservative. Yep, we'll defer. Yep, because at the end of the half, if they got the ball, they're just going to sit on it anyway. He ain't going to do nothing with it. I'm like that. I'm sorry. Like, I'm the cocky spades player when it comes to this. I'm that you ain't got nothing in your hand, and if you got something in your hand, you don't know what to do with it person. Like, I'm not the trash talker at the table. Like, if you ever play with me, I'm the quiet guy. I'm a quiet assassin on spades table. Now, my partners normally talk trash. Like my cousin, best partner on the planet, Jonathan Leonard. Look, we just bust heads. But when we crack skulls, he talk trash. I just collect books. I just play my game. That's it. If I'm a coach going against FAMU, this is just me. First things first, I'm attacking you, like running the ball, because I'm going to set up the play action. Because you showed, and we showed the film in the Jackson State, review. You're susceptible to play action passes, and in your zones, double moves, like, and the offensive line, the defensive line is not getting home. So guess what? I'm not going to tell my quarterback to speed up, because you're not going to do anything to speed him up schematically. You're going to do nothing to make my quarterback beat you. What you're going to do is You're going to make my quarterback sit there, scan through defenses, and throw the ball against a 3-down line. I'm cool with that. I got that all day. Like, I really am. Secondly, I'm probably running delayed runs because when your defensive line of three and a possible engaged against my 5, I already have a size advantage. And I just saw in the Jackson State game where the offensive linemen are getting to the second level against these linebackers. Oh, heck yeah. I'm running delayed run plays. I'm running double routes. I'm running play action because your defensive play calling is soft. I said it. The players, they're not soft. The scheme is soft. SAWFT, soft. The scheme is soft. I don't care if I'm the first to say it. I don't know if I am the first to say it. I ain't going to claim that I am. The scheme is soft. It's a soft zone a lot of times. When they're in man, it's an unbalanced man setting where one corner on one side is really up close on the press and the other corner is giving up multiple yards. And even then, 9 times out of 10, the corner is bailing. There's nobody over the top. The defense is soft. And it's not because the players are soft. The scheme is soft. Like, let them know, Hitman. You're playing not to lose. The scheme is soft. We're not used to that. Nobody wants to see a soft behind defense. And the worst of it is, it's soft like ice cream. It's just saying. Like, are the players soft? No, our players will bring some thump. Oh, we've seen that. Look, our players get excited to deliver a little oomph. But the scheme, soft. Real soft. And I feel like Hitman, that's mean. I ain't gonna say that. He was an aggressive football player. He was aggressive. I can't say that as a man. I can't say that. Smitty. Come on. Smitty rock. Yeah. Smitty was a DC. Cozy was just over DBs. Not soft like melted soft ice cream. Soft serve, doc. Like, and I feel like because our defensive scheme is so soft, it takes the aggression out of the players because they're already backpedaling and they're in a system where it kind of gives and bends and doesn't break, opposed to being aggressive. Like, as a football player, defense is supposed to be aggressive. Offense is supposed to be aggressive and like more, physical at certain positions where your receivers, they run hard, they catch the ball, they get hit, they get up, they talk a little trash, you ain't hurt me. But that Franklin, did y'all see how he ran that ball? Got his face mask pulled, like, get off me, and kept running. Did you see that? Okay. Could you imagine if the defensive line attacked the offensive line the way Thad Franklin attacked that run play? I don't see that. It's soft. It's just soft. And you're not getting anything because of it. And because the softness is built into this defense, all of a sudden, your players' opportunities to be aggressive are few and far between. And when it is, they try to be, but you're not putting them in a position to be aggressive, play on their toes. Like, at a certain place, one, the defense is too soft. Two, is the defense overly complicated? Are you trying to do too much? Like, are you team too much right now? Because you heard Kelvin say it. I think I said it. I've said it multiple times. Blitz, Rattlers, blitz. Like, put some pressure on his quarterbacks because you have the speed to get home. Like, despite the outcome and what you've seen, our guys are fast enough to get home. They just, if you're blitzing 3, and it's not very likely, you're going to have to take a chance. You got to stop being concerned about the game being close because as I said on the show, scared money don't make money. And if you're not aggressive, you're not going to win because you're going to stay in the middle because you're not aggressive enough. And I think our defense is not aggressive enough. I think you have the talent to be aggressive. I think you have players who want to be aggressive. I think some of these guys, when you can't tell me our defensive players aren't aggressive, when Nayron Jenkins sees the ball and literally punches it, like from behind, he punched the ball out of that man's hands. Like he's running behind him and he punches it. That's an aggressive move. That's an aggressive defensive move. But then you go watching coverage and we're soft. We're backing off 10 yards. We're bailing. Like, why? Like, and so at a certain point, part of the problem with the defense and why it's so far back in the conference is because it's soft. The scheme is soft. You're breeding the aggression out of the dogs. Kelvin keeps saying, where the dogs at? You got dogs, but are you going to let them be dogs? Are you like at a certain point, just let them go. Like take them off the leash because what you're doing is you are taking that dog, that aggression that is so much fun of defense. Why players want to play defense is because it's aggressive. I feel like we're taking that out of it. I feel like we're coaching that out of them. I feel like you're telling them at the point of attack, at the point of the line, to be aggressive. But what actions are we doing to make it so, right? Like, and what happens when you get an aggressive play? What happened when FAMU blocked the kick? What did the rest of the team do? Team lit up. Grew a backbone. They had a pair. These games outside of that, I haven't seen any aggression. I haven't seen an aggressive defense. I've seen bend don't break, which I would much rather you catch our defense on an explosive play because we were overly aggressive versus everybody's in the right place. You just missed a tackle. Like, it's the difference between catching something and throwing it. Because one, you're just catching them as a tackler. Like, I don't know if anybody, remembers playing football, but the best way to get hurt was to catch somebody. Like, you try to be force or force, and you might not. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I wasn't a home run hitter. I was not gonna knock you out of the game. I was not. I was gonna make a tackle. But to come up there and that wasn't me. I was a guy to come up to wrap up. You going down, okay? But I wasn't gonna sit there and wait on you and fall back. Oh hell no! That's how you get hurt. Like, and I think that's what we're doing defensively. We're just catching everybody. We're not aggressive. Like, and look, that's what I'm saying. Overly aggressive defense can't play any worse than what they are now. Might as well change the dynamics. I agree. You can't keep being this soft. Offensively, I'll give RJ his credit, right? Like, he's been written enough, right? He throws a lot of check down passes. The ball's been, the past 3 games, the ball's been going downfield a lot more. Some of the plays are called that way. I will say, offensively, your structure and your complementary play call. I'm gonna steal that from St. Clair. Give St. Clair's credit. I don't think your offensive play calls complement each other. I just don't. I think you're just kind of calling a play. First down, I want to run. Second down, I got to pass. Third down, I'm going to run a really safe pass. Like, that's what we've seen. And I get anybody who wants to say, like, he ain't got no turnovers. You got turnovers on down. I mean, a turnover on down ain't too different from a fumble or interception. It just doesn't have any emotional attachment to it, right? So I do want to see us push the ball down the field, but I agree with you, little baby. They aren't calling plays that counter the defense in front of them. They also aren't calling plays that build upon the previous play. I remember we sat up there and we were talking about the game and some of the plays from the game, and we're sitting over there talking about the one of the routes that RJ has. Well, we ran the ball, and it's like, man, that play turned into 3. You didn't run any of those other 3 plays that came out of that one. Like, I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to adjust. I don't think we did enough of that. Like, and I don't know if I got it on this computer. I might. If not, it's on the other computer. So I do. Yeah. Okay. So let me go ahead and look. I do it for the other shows. I might as well do it for mine too, right? Let's see if I can find it right fast. Let's see. That's Morgan Haley up the middle. There we go. So there we go. It ain't got no audio either. So right there, that was a great play call. And part of what made it great was here at the beginning. Kelvin pointed out how you stretched out the defense. But right there, you got 3 plays. You have, so right here, that's a play action pay. Right there. You got a play action route that you can run out of that. You have 2 or 3 routes. You have a read option you can now run out of this play call. So from that one set, same play call, you can run 3 different plays out of it. Like, it's just one of those things where we're pointing out stuff that they should see. Like, and he did. Danny Richardson did save us a lot last year. You can tell he had command of the offense. And I did hear somebody at 220 ask the question. I had the same question. Does the quarterback have the power to check into other plays? And not only the power, right? From listening to the coach, it sounded like the quarterback wasn't comfortable enough with the offense to do it. That was frustrating. Like, he's like, yeah, he's been in the offense. This guy's been in the offense for this amount of time. He's only been in office for a few months. But you want him to grow. That tells me okay. None of these quarterbacks know the playbook. I'll say that. I'll say that out loud. You can get mad at Keith. I'll be honest. I don't think none of them know the playbook that well. Not well enough to run it to the standard of what you would expect from a FAMU, right? I think you did have quarterbacks who knew it that well, but I think they got ran off. Like, and I've been said that. Like, that's where I'm at. So if the quarterbacks don't know the plays, right? And I'll tell you this, I've been in this position before. When the other players know the offense better than the quarterback, what you start getting is those other players like, hey, we're supposed to do this, and the third. And they go over there, they spot, and they frustrated, like, he don't know the offense. I'm going to run this route, and I ain't going to get the ball. Okay. Like, eventually, I'm just saying, he's definitely gotten a lot of grace. I'm not mad at that, though, man. I don't know if he knew more plays than RJ. I think he was more decisive. Like, that's me. Like, I think Jet was and is a better quarterback. Like, just a pure quarterback. Like, not saying, like, RJ's going to have better stats because RJ is a little more conservative, does a great job protecting the ball. That's a great skill set he's got. He's starting to kind of come into his own really running the ball. But I think when you're talking about, like, if we were to go to a quarterback camp and we saw both of them doing their thing as a quarterback, you'd be like, yeah, let me get that one. Oh, I think you'd take Jet over RJ. But I think when you're starting to look at who's the better fit for what this offense needs it to do, I think right now you're going to want to have RJ because he doesn't turn the ball over. And that fits what the coach wants. But did y'all watch the Delaware State Norfolk State game last week? I think one of the things they pointed out was how Norfolk State made a quarterback change and how it changed the game. So Not saying that I don't foresee that happening. Right. I think RJ's your guy for the season. 4 quarters of hell is what you're gonna get. And what I mean by that is like 4 quarters, hell or high water. That's his guy. But like he doesn't throw for than 4 yards. He had a few of them. And that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Like you started him against the best defensive line that you're gonna see all season outside of FAU. And then when he got in against FAU, it was with the 2s going against some of their 1s still. Like I don't know if Jet got a fair shake completely, but you know, he threw interceptions. Like in his time in there, he threw those picks. You can't take those away. One of those picks, 2 of the picks he threw is not his fault. But I do wonder what his stats would have looked like against an Alcorn or hell against PB. Like, what would it look like if you let him play in this game? Like, look, I thought so too. Like, I was like, oh, okay. And you're not gonna pull him either? Okay. Like, and I agree, Hitman. That's my thing. Trying to be a playmaker. And let's be honest, that ball was on time. That football was coming on time. So I definitely want to see, like, going to this game. And we're going to keep our regular time. So begrudgingly, I'm going to pick FAMU to win. But I just think FAMU is better than UAPB. Like, I think if all things are equal, I would have picked UAPB by 2 or 3 touchdowns. I feel like FAMU is a better team. I feel like FAMU should win this game. And largely because FAMU beats bad teams. Or has beaten bad teams. Like, I think Kareem's looking for blood too. I agree. Like, picks happen at the QB position, throws picks he plays too. Hey, I'm just saying. Little baby said, I got UAPB until FAMU proves different. I think this game you win. I think this one and Alabama A&M are probably your last 2, though. Like, as much as it pains me to say it, and I've already had people who went to Cookman talking trash to me. Say, oh, we're going to kick y'all. And I'm like, I can't refute it. Points per game. They're averaging a lot more than us. They're doing things we're not. And so you had told me we would be here at the end of this season, I'd have called you a bold-faced liar at the beginning of the year. But going to the end of this year, Florida Classic might be interesting post-game. I'm going to leave that there. I'm hearing 2 different sides of things. It's going to be interesting because Nuke's going to stop by the tailgate. I don't know if I'm going to see him, but he's going to stop by the tailgate. Pressure will be applied. I just fully believe you got to do some things. Like, so that still doesn't get a coach to 6. 2 games drop off ain't it. Like I said the other day, you can't average a 4-game per season drop off. That's a negative stat that is not positive, right? If you fall off 1 or 2 games here or there, one year you win 10, another year you win 8, next year you get 9, then you drop to 7, then you go back up to 12, drop to 10, 11. Okay, I can ebb and flow a little bit, but you staying above 8 wins, gotcha. You drop from 12 to 7. 11 to 7? Then you're dropping from 7 to 3. And right now, 7's the high mark. Like, let's be honest. This even going to the Valley game, every game's in doubt. And it shouldn't be that. Not with the way you've recruited, not with the way that you have groups like the Fang Exchange that invest in this program. I understand those who want to talk about, the lack of leadership for an athletic director position. Not completely on her, but yeah, I know. I'll listen to it, and if you got some good points, I'll definitely listen. But I got FAMU, and that might just be me putting on the orange and green shades. I won't put nothing on it though, because I'll be honest. And to run your pool, hey man, I avoided that game like the plague. Delaware State, Morgan State, give me Delaware State. Like, I didn't pick them just because I had a little faith in some other teams. Stony Brook over NCCU, I don't know. I'm not that well versed against Stony Brook. I would probably lean on Stony Brook, but NCCU got some wins. Manhattan, same. I don't know enough to be smart about that. Give me South Carolina State over Howard. I don't value Howard as a team. I'm sorry. You can call me a hater. I don't care what you call me. But I don't value Howard as a good team. I think they did the same thing we did. They beat bad teams. Give me NCCU over Norfolk. That might be an upset special though. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. That could be an upset special. Don't be surprised. I picked Jackson over Valley. That was one of my picks. So NCCU, Jackson, those are my picks. Ooh, that was before I knew Andrew Body was hurt. Let me step off of that right there. I've heard he might be back, but let me get this Delaware State pick in right fast. Yeah. And I'm gonna make South Carolina State my confidence pick. I think they're gonna drop the ground with Howard. That might be a little hate in my heart, and if it is, I apologize. Give me PV over Alabama's A&M. Trying to see if I can steal a game from another spot that I'm a little more confident in. Alcorn over Southern. Southern's trash. Give me Cookman over Grambling. I think it's gonna be a close game though. Like, they beat the brakes off the Magans. Okay. Hey, that's what you got. And yeah. So we switched it up on one. So quick view, Delaware State. Let me look. I'm just not gonna trust it. We're not trusting the process. We're gonna switch that out. Call me, switch out if you will. I don't care. Switched out. South Carolina State, North Carolina Central, Jackson State, PV, and Alcorn. Those are my 5 picks. So okay. Andrew Body would not be back. All right, man. Sorry to hear that from the good Newt, man. But that's the way that, depending on how Alabama State performs, right? That's the game that could clinch the SWAC for Jackson State. I'll say it like that. So I don't know what their backup quarterback looks like, but that's a game that could clinch the SWAC for them. So yeah, man. So those are my picks. For the good news, man, look, we did get a commitment. So, if you missed that, FAMU football got a commitment. Definitely some great news there. Much needed commitment for the football team. Went 4-1 in the pools last week. And before the season, I had FAMU applying belt to behind 48-14 in that game. But now, not sure. So we could delete some of these slides because the home schedule's over. So he's back up. The backup's decent. Okay. So we're going to see, though, man. So overall, it's going to be interesting to see. I think the best part of the next couple weeks is FAMU men's basketball. FAMU men's basketball, softball, baseball, and probably golf are going to be what kind of carries the FAMU's fan through the spring, because, yeah. And I will say this, going forward, right? We need better lawyers doing these contracts. Like, I feel like when you see what Colsey got, it was a great deal. I feel like it was a deal that was made for Willie Simmons, you just cut the amount that you paid the coach. And I need us in the future as HBCUs, but not just as HBCUs, but especially as FAMU, to look around and see what other schools are doing that's successful in hiring coaches, in firing coaches, and in facilities, and implement that at FAMU and see what's not working other places. We just saw New College, and we saw the reports that came out of there about Google it. I'm gonna stay out of that, right? None of us are surprised. Like, wait, but be your own people, right? I need us to go work on building better and going to other schools and saying, hey, if your coach wins, what do you do? If your coach is kind of mid and is just holding on, what do you do? And if the coach is losing, what do you do? And implement that throughout our contracts going forward, because we're seeing a new day of college football. And this day of college football, most coaches aren't staying 5 years. What is the coach of Memphis literally is telling his guys, hey, yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been real. But end of the season, man, I'm going to Arkansas where the money resides, I need us to be similar. I need us to say, when this deal is done, this is how you get out of it. Because when you look at some of our coaches' contracts they wish for hope better than some of us actually do. Like, there is no organized buyout. There's no time buyout. We know the margins of our programs, right? I mean, we're talking about running a athletic budget on a couple $1 million and knowing good and flipping well, even when Tiffany Dawn Sykes is here, like, hey, if you want to be competitive, the number is like 15. We're operating at 7 or 8. And she was real. And she was right. And what we're looking at now is an athletic program where you are in some places that you can't get out of, and other places where you need to redefine. And I think going forward, what you've learned from Willie Simmons to Colsey, hell, let's go further back than that, right? From the softball coach to Colsey. Oh, wait, let's go further than that. To the bowling coach to Colsey. We've learned a couple things, right? First thing, stop with the blanket contract and go other places and see what's working. And say, hey, you fire coaches all the time. What do y'all do? And how do you write this language in there so that you can get from under the contract and so that it works for everybody? And I'm not calling for Colsey to get fired. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in general, we don't write coaches contracts that we can get out of. We write contracts that when you leave, here's all your money, even if we ain't got it. And you don't do that in your personal life. In your personal life, you don't go up there and tell somebody, hey, when we finish this conversation, whether I got it or not, I'm going to give you this amount of money. Like, just saying, like, bring the Mega Millions with them. Look, that's going to be interesting to see there. But you got to write contracts better. You got to write contracts so that you can benefit from them on both sides. You did some of that where if the coach left early, you got money. But you didn't write in there where, hey, the coach leaves early. We know our budget is this. This is how much we've agreed to pay you. Let's agree to pay you the full amount just over a time period. So that way it fits our budget. It sucks to kind of be like that, but I think that's the way you start kind of moving forward with this, so that when the future hits and it feels like it's not working and you feel like you kind of want to move on, you can. Or if you say, hey, give him another year, like give Cozy this last year, let's see what he can give us. He might be worth, that last year, just one more try. He might change some things up. We just want to keep it the status quo, no extensions, but we're gonna keep it what it is. You can do that, but give yourself some maneuverability in this deal and in future deals, so that if it goes right and you get a Willie Simmons situation where, hey, I got a better offer, I'm leaving. Okay, cool. They can buy you out. Cool. They can buy you out. They're fine. But we need this much money. Or, hey, at the end of this contract, we're just not going to renew it. And we'll go divorce. Or, hey, man, it's been real. It's been fun. But you look a whole lot like Alex Woods. Go home. Or Earl Holmes. We'll pay you this amount over this amount of years. This will be your yearly check, your yearly stipend. It'll come out this time of the year, every year. Boom. And if you sign with another school before the end of this time, then we don't have to pay you anymore. Because that's what the white schools do. Like, go look at the James Franklin deal. I believe, I could be misspeaking, part of his contract is that he is supposed to be looking for a job so that they ain't got to pay him all that money. I think Mike Norvell's going to have something similar. So you don't have to create the wheel. You can just take the blueprints from somebody else, shrink it down to size to fit what you can do, and then put it on your car and keep it pushing. I think that's the way to go going forward, man. So, and you're not the only one to say that. I mean, it sucks to say, but when people are spending their time and their resources and their talents to sit there and support, you can't tell people how to spend their money. You have to give the people a reason to spend their money. But you can't tell them they're not real rattlers because they don't do what you say do. Who are you? Who are you to tell me how to spend my money? Like, who gave you that authority? Because I spend my money the way I want to spend it. If I spend it on foolery, that's fine. If I spend it on wisdom, that's also fine. But if I spend on something that makes me happy or that's supposed to make me happy, but turns out not doing it, that's also on me. And so then I have the choice. Do I want to continue supporting? So you're not wrong with that. I believe he takes a job at Penn State just to cover the difference between the contracts. Hey, just saying. This is me. That's me. And for me, I don't have to deal with the hotels. But I got to drive. I got to pay tolls. I get an oil change almost every month. Just be real. I get an oil change about every other month during football season. Like, and that's out of me. That's out of my pocket. Football season, I get an oil change almost every month. When we play in basketball season, I get an oil change almost every other month because I normally go to the game in Daytona. I didn't go to the game in Tampa this year. So that's an extra, whatever. Go to the game when we play the UCF. Like, these are bills that people are creating to support you. Like Luther said, give me a reason to want you back. Because it's been a mighty long time. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I live in Tallahassee and won't get you tickets if I'm still here. Just saying. And that part, folks travel across multiple states, nah, that ain't happening no more. No. Atlanta, 4 hours, 5 hours. Everybody don't live in Tallahassee. Like, we want to be around each other. We want to be around the family. But post-game, man, it's got to be more than sitting in the parking lot drinking and fussing. Like, it's got to be that, hey, we excited, we happy, we have fun, everything else. Mention the parking lot before we get out of here. That was foul. How y'all did that post-game? That was foul. That was wrong. Like, That was wrong. If you got a night game, stadium needs to stay open until 2-3 hours after the game ends. Let people finish. Like, these people spent thousands of dollars on a parking spot to sit up there and hang out, and you lost 3 out of 5 of those games, and all 3 of them you got your butt beat. They can't sit out there for extra 3 hours. That's bogus. Like, set a clock. Say 3 hours, 4 hours after, whatever time on certain games. This is when the stadium closes. But that was trash. Like, I saw that. I saw the video of that. I was like, what the heck? Y'all rushing the people out of the stadium? Like, I get y'all trying to do your thing, but that's not the way. That was bad customer service. And too often times we talk about our HBCUs missing the mark on customer service. That was bad. And the supporters are owed an apology. Like, all the supporters who were there, who bought tickets, they need an apology. Like, just saying. That's because the bathrooms need work in the field house. And that's been since last year. Yeah, we got some work to do, man. Just need a new field house, honestly. Like, I would love for our new athletic director to do a capital campaign and raise a field house. That's just me. All right, y'all. We did get a little trouble though. Look, we started a little smoke. We'll see y'all post game. I'm gonna try to get the post game, but if not, I'm gonna hit up Dennis, see if he's doing it. If not, then we'll see y'all Sunday right back here, 8 o'clock. And then Monday, we're doing a show, Monday night review. We got penalty talk. And I don't know if Ashley's gonna have her voice back, but we will invite Tashay and Uncle Steve, see if they want to come through again. But we have penalty talk with us. So I'll be transparent. Monday night review. We want y'all to see the FAMU people and know who we all are and know where to follow us and where to support. Because every night you got some of us and some of us have familiar faces. I know penalty talk had B-Dot, and he's got Bishop Bond on the show with him. Of course, ONG Strike Zone. They had Live for Sports. Just we come together as a FAMU lead, man. So, all right, y'all. Enjoy your night. It's time to get that shower because I already ate good. I made some spaghetti tonight. Yeah. Did a little, a little all-day special tonight. All right, y'all. So for everybody here at HBC Digital Network, we'll see y'all Sunday, 8 o'clock, right back here. And then again, Monday and Thursday. So football season over, though. Y'all going to be back to 2 shows a week. Y'all have to get back used to that. All right, y'all. For everybody here at HBC Digital Network, you already know what's up and what it's always going to be. Fangs up.